Hi, hello. It's not going to be a very long video today, so thanks for just clicking on this one. I wanted to talk a little bit about not my manuscript today. So if you've been following along for that and giving me, a view here and there, really appreciated. But that's not what this is about. So today, I'm watching some other channels who are kind of doing similar things to what I'm doing, kind of like just exploring their lives and going into detail about some deeper philosophical things. Just this idea of like waking up from our kind of dream of thinking. And the topic I wanted to talk about was I actually have a canker sore starting, and I can tell because it's just starting to lightly come in, and I can feel it's like a little bit irritated, and I know it's gonna blossom into something that's like kind of painful. And my roommate, I talked to him about getting canker sores, and he said he gets them, fairly frequently. And I'm like, well, maybe consider switching your toothpaste. That's what I've done. It helps some folks. So if you have canker sores, potentially switch to a non SLS toothpaste. SLS, I forgot what it stands for, but it's like something that helps foam the toothpaste. You can find some more like holistic toothpaste, or I used coconut and peppermint oil. That's like a little bit easier with a little bit of baking soda in there as well for abrasiveness. Um, so yeah, I just wanted to talk about how he remarked on how he handles canker sores, which is he takes some salt and he really rubs it and really pushes it hard in there. And he admitted that it was a really rough way of dealing with the canker sore. And I thought about this of, hi, I have a cat. Hi, cat. Her name is Yara. Oh, okay. Um, okay. All right. Thank you. So I wanted to talk to you guys and gals today about um, gentleness and why I think we should try to be gentle with ourselves. Um, if you were raised by loving, caring parents, you can remember some of the gentleness that they would treat your little toes for clipping your toenails after a bath, or the way they would moisturize your skin so that you didn't get dried out. Hopefully, you had somebody in your life who treated you gently when you were younger. And at a certain point, um, I felt I needed to treat myself with a little bit more grit or abrasiveness to be able to toughen myself to the world, because the world is a tough place, you see. And if we're not tough, then we can't handle everything the world throws at us. But you're the only person who really knows who you are and what you're going through at every single moment you're alive. And if there's anybody who should treat yourself with a little bit of deference, it should be you. It should be a gentle, compassionate hand that holds your heart, not one where you need to make yourself cold or curse at yourself for not doing your best. Um, this kind of negative self-talk leads us down a path of not only internal punishment, but it reframes it that love needs to be hard in some way. And love is not difficult. Love is flowing and gentle and quiet. So I'm not telling you you should do this or you should do that. But when you have something that doesn't work out for you in the future and you're upset with yourself, um, try taking a step back. You can just try this once or twice and talk to yourself calmly like you're still 6 or 7 years old, when you're a little kid, but still with it enough to be able to know what you're saying. So, for an example, the other night I had a pretty bad stress dream, and I don't really get a lot of stress dreams or nightmares. Really, I don't remember my dreams very well, but this one was my parents and my family. I was all gathered around with them, and something was wrong. I was like a sacrifice, or they were going to kill me or something. It was very stressful, right? Because when you're in the midst of that, all these loved ones, it felt like a huge betrayal. And I remember waking up, and I've been trying to practice gentle talking to myself for quite a while. That's really what's helped me deal with some of my more difficult at risk youth work and things like that in my past that I can go more into depth in a later video. but I've always tried to treat myself gently. I'm a really small guy. I know it's hard to tell on camera, but I kind of treat myself like he's my kid, right? Because my parents can't take care of me anymore, right? I'm sure maybe they would like to, or at least my mom would like to, because moms always do that, right? But we have to learn to be our own parents. That's kind of what it means to grow up, I think. And you can either be the hard ass parent and talk to yourself really strongly, or you can be that more gentle parent. And I think you should opt to be, well, you should. I'm not going to give you advice. I'm trying to be the more gentle parent for myself because the gentle parenting allows me to quiet my mind and not stress myself out so that I'm making more and more mistakes. Because when I have to ride my bike to work, for example, it's exhausting, and getting up that hill can be really difficult. The last thing I need is my own internal critic berating myself. Now, again, you may not want this, right? It takes conscious practice. So, next time you're in a difficult situation, try to be gentle with yourself, okay? Try to be gentle like you're petting a nice kitty or something, right? But back to my dream, I'll just sum it up right quick. I woke up and I muttered something to myself, and I kind of remember what it was. It was something along the lines of, like, it's okay, buddy. It's all right. You're okay. You were just dreaming. Like, you're safe. You're okay. Because I woke up and my eyes were full of tears. I was really upset. And, when you wake up, you're kind of like, why was I so upset? And then it all comes, rushing back to you. And I just thought, man, I felt way better because I didn't need anybody to comfort me because I was there for me. And that's something I see a lot of people are hard on themselves, not just young people, but everybody. We're always told to be hard on ourselves as if we're not worthy of our own self-compassion. So the next time you're struggling with some sort of low standard that's not being met within yourself, and you're berating yourself internally, I want you to try to take a step back and say something nice about yourself. Be kind. Talk to yourself like you're talking to a little toddler or a child, or your best friend, or your mom, or your dad if you have good relationships with them, or somebody in your life, maybe your grandma, right? Somebody that you really love, because this is all about self-love, right? And yeah, it can be a little corny, but if you want to survive and thrive in life, I think being securely locked in with your co-pilot of yourself, it's a must, And I think when you show your self-love, you can start to show other people a similar amount of love, and hopefully you can help them discover that for themselves. So I'm going to end the video there. Thank you for just tuning into this weird one. I'll be back with a manuscript update sometime later, but thank you very much for watching. I love you, and I will talk to you again soon. Thanks.